Right. It's arrived. Now before I open this, right, I spend a lot of time in the shop because it's 24/7. No other reason whatsoever. I'm not affiliated with A to Z, okay? I'm not even sponsored by what's in this package here. Like everything else that I do a review on it, better for myself because I need it. And I just hope it helps somebody out there, okay? So, that's saying, without further ado, right, I'll take this bag of it. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so, there is the stereo, right, that I'm replacing with this. That's right. This thing is just absolutely amazing, right? Now, is that the reason I've done this is in my motorhome I've got it's a base model basically. There's nothing fancy into this. Okay, this thing's now fryer tucked, and well, for want of better use now, it's got a CD slot into it, but right now this thing was just 21 quid, right? It's a I can't say it actually. Go stereo. This thing's got 460 watt channel, okay? So, and the reviews on it has actually been fantastic. The reason I'd go this route as well as this thing's done. It's back in the box and it's back to A to Z, okay? Simple as that. Now, it's also, what else we got? It's an FM receiver, which means with the radio channels onto this, I'll be able to go back into the motorhome again and I can use my DAB radio, so, oh, brilliant, okay? It's also got a digital clock display. It's got 7 different colours you can change to. And another thing, it comes with a remote control. So, this is right. So, well, this is right. Here's your stereo. That's it. That is all this thing is, right? Now, there's no weight in it, okay? So there you go. I'll put it even beside that. So there it is, head to head, right? Okay. Look at that. This thing is minute, right? Now, on first impressions, we're being well, very light for want of a better word. There's extra, I'm not sure, I don't think them comes off, sure, right, but it also, it hooks up to a subwoofer if you need. As you can see, there's your pins in the back, yeah, okay, and there's your subwoofer things there, and of course, that hole there, that's your aerial. So, there's your wee drawer for there's a USB. Now that's for letting you use things like a memory stick, for instance, okay? So you've got a memory stick, stick it in there, it plays WMA, MP3, FLAC, WAV, WMA, you change it off, done. Now, the name on it is Fang, right? Yeah, that is there. XY Fang, right? And I've just noticed this. So, you know what? You're a van. And Now, word of warning, I've been out there and I've stripped the van down quite a bit for access because I've been tidying up, so like the DAB radio is now fitted properly with all the wires hidden. I've also run the wires to my sat-nav, so that's hidden, right? And all the power supply ports is going into the main glove box down below. So all the garble of wires are all there and they're hidden, okay? I'll show you the power thing, but it's in one of my other videos. It's the one that plugs into the fag socket. It's got 3 ports, it's got USB 3 as well, it's individually switched. Tells you that your battery's charging off your alternator. Cracking piece of kit. Right, no more waffling. Let's get out. Right, so here we are in the van, and I wasn't joking when I said I've stripped all this whole area out here. Basically, it's to get access to wires, and it's to get access to fitting this stereo in properly. Right, that's the door shut. So, now, the first thing right away that I'm noticing is, that's the actual blocks for wiring it up. They're exactly the same as this. So, without further ado, let's just plug these bad boys in. Okay. There's my keys. Power on. Okay, right. Oh, now there's a thing actually. I wonder. Ah, bollocks! Look at that. It's the wrong kind of aerial, so that's not going to help us. Okay. So although it fits in there great, what it's not doing for us is powering up. Okay, now I'm not sure because I'm not sure if this is an earth to it. Oh! Ah! So, what that's telling me is that the wiring loom in the back here, okay, has got to be, it's got to be the red and the yellow and here are the wrong way around, alright? So, to get this to work, so normally this should actually work, right, without the ignition on, whereas now, there you go. Hear the hiss? Right, so you can hear the hiss. Now, there's my power on. There's my wee box of tricks. Right. And that's the power output there for the, that's for to deal with the sat nav. And as you can see, these things are individually switched, so I can have them off or I can have them on. Right? So, and then the other one I want, oh there it is, right. Now I'm not sure if you'll see this, but over here, right, that's my DAB radio, okay. So, I plug into 2.4 amps, there you go. Now, I need to have this set to 107.5, okay. Yeah, automatic. There you go, maybe that's manual. No. Right. It's searching for the DAB station, so don't worry about it. That was working. Oh, I'll give it some. Here's a bit of magic. All I do each night is pray. Oh. Right, I'll switch it off in case of copyrighting. Okay, so but you get the idea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rebuild everything back because I've got a lot of the wiring to hide, and I've got this now to put back into here. But I'm also going to wait to check out the wiring onto this because that's no use to me, right? Although I can switch it on and it works, okay? What I need is I need the memory. So when I do that, right, that's that done. Now I should be able to just touch that power button and it comes on. So I've got to change the yellow and the red because one of them needs to be a permanent live and the other one needs to be to the ignition. So on that note, okay, so day one didn't go as planned. Thanks to the time that I got the radio, and I ran out of darkness, and I hit the snag with the wiring, which I didn't. So what I've done is I've built everything up, I've tidied it all up, and just to explain to you, what I was trying to do was when the key's off, right, when the key's off, I used to be able to push the button and my stereo would come on the old one, right? This stereo doesn't have that function. So you've still got your permanent live to the battery and then you have your ignition live, right? Your ignition live powers it and your permanent live is for the memory. So to have the function of it working all the time, I would need to put the two wires to the battery to bypass the ignition one, right? Now I'm not going to do that for the simple reason is when I'm in the van, I don't really only listen to the stereo when I'm driving, so there's no really any point, alright? Usually if I'm sitting here or if I'm someplace else, I've got my phone, I've got my headphones in, I've got my wee Alexa ball thing, so there's plenty of other ways for us to get music. But when I'm driving, there is nothing. So what I've done is, to give you a bit of a recap here now, is I've actually finished everything. I've tidied it all up. I've installed the stereo. I've connected the DAB radio. I've connected that up. I've ripped out the dash and I've fed all the wires to hide them for the power supply. The power supply itself cuts off as well when I shut off the ignition, so that way there is nothing works at all whatsoever apart from the one live wire that's going into the back of the stereo, and that's just to retain the memory. Okay, so without further ado, and I love doing this, let's go down to the front end now and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so here we go. I'm at the front now, and right in front, as you can see there, there's the stereo fitted. Okay, there's a wee remote control for the stereo, and there's my power cord that powers everything up, and the wee box is hidden into there. Alright, that there is my DAB radio. Oh, also I forgot, I've got my sat nav there now, and that wire's all run through and hidden as well. So if you come back to here, basically there is hardly a wire in sight. Now, there's only one negative thing that I would say that I've lost, and that is these buttons here on the steering wheel on either side, they no longer work, okay? But to be fair, for an item that's cost £21, right, well, what can I say? So, I'll go and sit in the front seat now, and I'll give you a... So, first things first, ignition on, and you can see everything's lit up. So there's the power supply there. Currently, there is 12.3 in the battery, right? And there is the DAB radio, that is now powered up. Also, the sat-nav's powered up as well. Alright, now, just with touching this button here,
radio playlists and podcasts, all for free. Download it now.
And there you go.
The M25 in Surrey is partly blocked anti-clockwise this evening with an accident.
Now, that's that. Okay, that's it. It's all done. It was played. Now, I didn't want to play any music through it because of the, as I said, there's always the copyright issues. But even if I start the van up, okay, there is no hissing comes through. So it plays fine. As you've seen there, there's a clock on it as well. Right. And then if I turn that right down, there you go, so you can't hear it. Now, one thing that I've really got a big plus onto this for is Bluetooth. And the Bluetooth connectivity works really, really, really fine. And as you can see, I think that's quite a nice finish. So, there you go. All in all, even the sun's coming out now. So, I hope you liked that. As I said, the size of the stereo, phenomenal. Couldn't believe it. The fit, perfect. What I done though was, I used the cage from the original stereo, because the one that comes with it, bit floppy. It wasn't as tight a fit as what that is. There's no rattles there whatsoever. As I said, the only negative was that my steering wheel thing doesn't work. No really a problem to me. There's a remote control there now, and most of the time when I'm in this van, my wife's was, so she can happily change all the stations to what she wants. So I can now go and get this all set up perfectly. Everything's powered properly, all the wires are all hidden. Hey, it's made it a wee bit of a futuristic vehicle for the less money. So, now if you've managed to stay with me this far, excellent, thank you. What I've just ordered for the next video is one thing this vehicle doesn't have, and that is cruise control. So I bought a DIY cruise control kit. It's a full kit, it's a stock, it's the wiring, there's a wee box of tricks, and it runs through the OBD2 port and all that kind of thing. So, but that's, I'm waiting on that coming. That should be here next week sometime. Not sure what happened there, my battery just cut out, so I'll keep this brief. It was just the announcement that I'm going to be doing, adding cruise control to the van. That should be a good one. I really am looking forward to doing that. And okay, thanks for joining us. I hope you liked this. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you're new, welcome. Please subscribe. And until the next one, as I just smooth on out.